Stop scrolling. Hello everyone and welcome back. These two Eisenhower dollars from the 1970 are shocking collectors in 2025. First, the 1976 Bicentennial Eisenhower Dollar America S Celebration Coin. Some Denver Mint Bicentennial dollars with sharp strikes. Silver planchets or rare errors are now selling for shocking prices. Even normal high-grade coins are rising fast this year. One tiny mint flaw could turn your Bicentennial Ike into a jackpot. And then the 1972 Eisenhower dollar, the big heavy copper nickel classic. Collectors are hunting for special reverse varieties and misaligned dies. And Denver issues with perfect luster are becoming extremely valuable. Some 1972 Ikes in top condition are reaching unbelievable auction numbers in 2025. Two coins, two eras, one massive truth. Before you spend that old Eisenhower dollar, stop, because the one sitting in your drawer might secretly be worth way more than you ever imagined in today's coin market. 1976 Eisenhower $1 coin. Today we dive deep into one of the most recognized and most meaningful coins in the entire history of the United States Mint. And that is your 1976 Eisenhower dollar, with the dual date 1776 and 1976. This coin does not just represent American currency. It represents the bicentennial celebration of the birth of the United States. Every detail on this large, heavy dollar captures 200 years of American history, and every collector in the year 2025 still feels the excitement of holding this powerful historic piece. Let us begin with the foundation. In the year 1976, the United States celebrated its 200th anniversary. The Mint decided to create special designs for the quarter, the half dollar, and the dollar. These three bicentennial coins were the first circulating coins in United States history that carried a dual date. The date 1776 to 1976 symbolized 2 full centuries of growth, struggle, triumph, and national pride. The Eisenhower dollar was chosen to carry one of the strongest bicentennial designs. The front of the coin shows the bold portrait of President Dwight David Eisenhower. His face turns slightly to the left and the profile is strong and confident. When the coin is well struck, every line in the hair and every curve of the jaw stands out clearly. Above the portrait, the word Liberty appears large and proud. Below the neck you see the dual date, 1776 to 1976. This is the most important part of the coin since it marks the bicentennial celebration. On the reverse of the coin shines one of the most symbolic designs ever placed on a United States dollar. The reverse shows the Liberty Bell positioned directly in front of the moon. The design was created by Dennis Williams, who won a national competition to design this special bicentennial reverse. The Liberty Bell is America's voice of freedom. The moon behind it symbolizes the strength of American exploration. Together they show the journey of a nation from revolution to space exploration. The inscription United States of America runs across the top of the reverse, while $1 sits at the bottom. When the coin is in excellent condition, the crack in the Liberty Bell appears sharp, and the moon craters behind the bell look textured and clear. These details show the difference between an ordinary worn example and a rare high-grade piece that collectors in 2025 truly want. Now let us talk about the Denver Mint. The letter D below the portrait confirms that this coin was struck in Denver, Colorado. The Denver Mint produced millions of bicentennial Eisenhower dollars for circulation because demand for these historic coins was extremely high during the celebration years. People saved these coins as souvenirs, gifts, and personal treasures. Families passed them down to younger generations. Schools gave them to students as commemorative pieces. Even though many were saved, only a small number survived in perfect condition. The 1976 Eisenhower dollar is made from copper and nickel-clad metal. It is not a silver version, though many people confuse it with the special collector's edition. The regular Mint issue is the circulation strike made for everyday transactions. But here is the important truth. The large size of the Eisenhower dollar caused countless marks during storage, transportation, and use. The metal scratches easily. The fields attract gouges, and the portrait area picks up contact marks quickly. Because of this, finding a clean, high-grade example in 2025 is much more difficult than most collectors expect. Now let us go deeper into grading. A circulated coin shows clear wear from hand-to-hand movement across counters, pockets, and machines. The luster disappears. The high points flatten. The bell crack on the reverse becomes faint. The portrait loses detail, especially on the cheek and hair. Circulated pieces still hold collectible value, but the real demand sits with uncirculated examples. Mint state coins show no wear at all. These coins look brighter, sharper, and much more attractive. Mint state 60 shows marks but retains original shine. Mint state 61 and 62 show many contact marks because the large, heavy dollar often struck other coins during storage. Mint state 63 becomes more acceptable with better eye appeal. Mint state 64 shows brighter surfaces. Mint state 65 and above show strong luster, sharp details, and minimal marks. These coins are the true prizes for collectors in 2025. Now let us focus on something extremely important. The reverse design of the Liberty Bell and the moon makes grading even more critical. The bell lines must be sharp. The moon craters must be clear. The lettering around the design must be bold and fully struck. The ribbon above the bell must show smooth curves. The small details of the moon's surface must remain visible. These little points determine how high the coin will grade and how much value it carries. Collectors in 2025 pay special attention to color and shine. Original mint luster indicates that the coin has never been cleaned. A cleaned coin loses value because cleaning damages the natural surface. A coin with natural luster and untouched surfaces attracts much stronger interest from serious collectors. Now let us move toward the 1776 spirit behind this coin. When the American Revolution began, the people fought for independence, freedom, and self-governance. The Liberty Bell rang in Philadelphia, symbolizing the call for unity. 200 years later, the Bicentennial Eisenhower Dollar carried that same spirit and delivered it to millions of people through American currency. The design connects the country's past with its future. The Liberty Bell represents the foundation. The moon represents the destiny. Now let us shift into the market of 2025. Most circulated 1976 Eisenhower dollars still trade at low values because they are common. Millions was saved in drawers, jars, and boxes. But high-grade examples, especially certified Mint State 65 or higher, continue to gain value because they are much harder to locate. A coin with bright, full luster and sharp detail stands out immediately. The typical coin from circulation shows flat spots, rub marks, and dull surfaces. A true Mint State beauty glows under light and reveals the full artistic power of the bicentennial design. Collectors also love the emotional history of the coin. It represents the 200-year mark of American independence. It reminds people of parades, patriotic celebrations, fireworks, and national pride. Many people who lived through the 1970s remember seeing these coins used in stores, arcades, and vending machines. Others remember receiving them as gifts during the bicentennial year. For these collectors, the coin has memories built into it, and this emotional value strengthens demand even further. Among Eisenhower dollar collectors, the bicentennial design is considered one of the most important coins ever made. It captured a moment in time when America reflected on its past and looked forward to its future. The coin became a national symbol, and today in 2025, that symbolism continues. Now let us look at rarity. Even though millions exist, only a small fraction remain in high grades. The Denver Mint produced strong strikes, but the massive size of the coin caused many marks during handling. Finding one with clean cheek, clean fields, sharp bell details, and a bright natural shine is not easy. These are the coins that earn top value. Your 1976 Eisenhower dollar is therefore not just a piece of money. It is a piece of history. It is a connection from the early Revolution era to the modern space age. It is the sound of the Liberty Bell. It is the power of the moon landing. It is the pride of 2 centuries. It is the symbol of a nation that honors where it began and celebrates how far it has come. Today, collectors search deeply for beautiful examples because they know the bicentennial design will always hold its place in American history. And if your coin has strong luster, minimal marks, and a sharp reverse, then in the year 2025, you may hold a valuable treasure in your hand. This is the full journey of the 1976 Eisenhower dollar. From historic meaning to design power to collector demand, this coin stands among the most meaningful pieces ever produced by the United States Mint. And the story does not end here. The value of this coin grows each year as more collectors discover the beauty of the Eisenhower dollar series and the importance of the bicentennial moment. 1972 D. Eisenhower $1 coin. Today, we are going to explore one of the most talked about and historically rich coins from the entire Eisenhower Dollar series. And that coin is your 1972 D $1 from the Denver Mint. This coin has earned a strong place in American coin history because it was part of the early years of the Eisenhower Dollar series, and the Denver Mint played a major role in supplying dollars for day-to-day circulation during the early 1970s. The 1972 D Eisenhower Dollar was produced in very large numbers, yet collectors in the year 2025 still search for well-preserved examples because high-grade survivors are far more scarce than most people think. Let us begin with the background. The Eisenhower Dollar series began in 1971 and continued until 1978. The coin honored Dwight David Eisenhower, who served as a military general in World War II, and later as the 34th President of the United States. The series also honored the Apollo 11 moon landing, which was one of the most important achievements in human history. On the reverse of the coin, you see the eagle landing on the surface of the moon, which represents the lunar mission and the spirit of exploration. Every time someone holds an Eisenhower dollar, they hold a reminder of American strength, leadership, and discovery. Now let us focus on the design. On the front side, the coin presents a large profile of President Eisenhower facing left. His features are bold and deep with strong lines that show the shape of his forehead, his cheek, his jawline, and his neck. A well-struck example displays smooth edges and a clear outline of the face. Above the portrait, the word Liberty is shown in big bold letters, and below the neck, the date 1972 stands clearly. When the coin is in better condition, the hair details around the top of Eisenhower's head appear sharp and well-defined. On the reverse side stands the eagle. Its wings are spread wide, its claws reach toward the moon, and its body appears full of motion and power. This design was inspired by the Apollo 11 mission patch. The eagle holds an olive branch which symbolizes peace. The moon's surface under the eagle gives the coin a unique identity that no other American dollar carried before this. When the coin is well struck, the feathers of the eagle appear sharp, and the craters on the moon show texture and depth. Now let us move toward the Denver Mint. The letter D under the portrait marks that this coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. The Denver Mint produced millions of Eisenhower dollars for circulation, and the 1972 D is one of the most common of the series when counted by mintage. However, surviving coins in high state grades are not common. Most of the coins went through heavy daily use. They were used in casinos, transport machines, military bases, and general commerce. Because of this, the majority of surviving coins show heavy wear scratches, contact marks, and flattened details. In the year 2025, collectors look closely at certain features when judging the quality of a 1972 D Eisenhower dollar. They check the sharpness of the lettering, the smoothness of the fields, the strength of the strike on the eagle feathers, and the clarity of the moon craters. They also study the cheek area on the portrait, because it is one of the most sensitive spots where marks appear early. If the cheek is extremely clean and free from major contact, marks the value increases sharply. Next, we talk about grading. A circulated coin with heavy wear is still collected, but it does not carry a high premium. A coin in fine grade still retains the major details, but shows smooth surfaces from heavy use. A coin in very fine condition shows more detail and slightly sharper edges, but the marks of circulation remain clear. A coin in extremely fine condition has better detail, sharp hair lines, and stronger design elements on both the eagle and the moon. The biggest jump in value comes in mint state grades. A mint state coin has no wear, only small marks from the minting and transportation process. Mint State 60 is the lowest level and still shows noticeable contact marks. As the grade rises, the coin becomes cleaner and more attractive. Mint State 63 coins have reasonable eye appeal, while Mint State 64 coins show better luster. Mint State 65 and 66 coins shine strongly and show far fewer marks. These high-grade coins are rare because the large size of the Eisenhower dollar made it easy for the coins to hit each other during storage and transportation. Collectors in 2025 know that a true high-grade 1972 D Eisenhower dollar with clean field, strong luster, and a sharp strike is much harder to find than the mintage numbers suggest. This is the reason why certified high-grade examples sell for much higher prices, especially when the coin carries strong eye appeal. Another important detail is the metal content. The 1972 D Eisenhower dollar is made from a copper and nickel-clad combination over a pure copper core. It is not a silver coin, but it still has strong collector value because of its design, its history, and its growing popularity among new collectors. Many people mistakenly believe that all Eisenhower dollars contain silver, but the Denver Mint never produced silver versions for circulation in the year 1972. Only certain coins from the San Francisco Mint came in special silver-clad editions, but the 1972D is a regular copper nickel-clad issue. Now let us explore the importance of this coin in the history of American collecting. The Eisenhower dollar represents the last large-size United States dollar coin made for circulation. After this series ended, the government moved to smaller-sized dollars, such as the Susan B. Anthony dollar, and later the Sacagawea dollar. This makes the Eisenhower dollar special, because it was the last of its kind, a large, heavy coin that resembled the early silver dollars of the 19th century. Many collectors in 2025 feel nostalgic about this, and the series has gained renewed attention. Let us now talk about the coin in the marketplace of 2025. Lower-grade circulated examples do not bring high prices, but they are still loved by beginners. Mid-grade examples attract collectors who enjoy building date and mint sets. High-grade examples, especially in 64-65 and above, bring significantly stronger prices. The cleaner the fields and the brighter the luster, the stronger the value becomes. Collectors also pay attention to original surfaces, meaning surfaces that have not been cleaned, scratched, or altered. A natural, untouched coin almost always has higher value. The 1972D Eisenhower dollar also carries emotional value. Many people who grew up in the 1970s remember using these coins in arcades, vending machines, and bus stations. Others remember seeing them in coin jars and drawers around the house. Today, those memories bring collectors back to the series, and that increases demand. The coin also represents a time in American history when the space program was at its peak, and the Apollo missions represented national pride. This coin is not just metal. It is a story. It is a connection to the era of President Eisenhower, to the space race, to the energy of the 1970s, and to the early period of modern American coin collecting. When someone holds a 1972D Eisenhower dollar today, they are not just holding a coin. They are holding history in their hand. If your coin has strong luster, a clean portrait, good detail on the eagle, and minimal marks, it may be far more valuable than you expect. That is why collectors in 2025 still hunt for these better examples. A well-preserved coin stands out immediately because it has that bright, full mint shine that is missing from most circulated pieces. This coin continues to gain respect among collectors, and many experts believe that the Eisenhower dollar series will keep rising in popularity. More people now appreciate the beauty of the design and the historical meaning behind it. As new collectors enter the hobby, demand grows and high-quality coins become harder to find. Your 1972D Eisenhower dollar is therefore an important piece of American heritage. It has design history, pride, and collector energy. Whether it is lightly circulated or beautifully preserved, it deserves attention. And if it is a high-grade example, it may surprise you with its value in 2025. Thank you for watching the entire video. You can tell us in the comments what we should make the next video about.